Have you ever seen a more stunning example of gorgeous product design than this? I am delighted today to show you this beautiful Toshiba transistor radio, one of the most beautiful radios ever made. And it's all complete in the box. As I lift the lid, I see that the top of the box has come apart from the rest. The quote-unquote hinge on boxes like this is literally nothing more than paper. Well, on this one, it was paper with some sort of strings in it, the sort of thing you see in duct tape or strapping tape. Setting the top aside, we see that a satin ribbon once held the top from going back too far. And inside the lid, we see another satin ribbon holding the owner's manual. We'll have a good look at that manual in a minute. And here's the radio in its leather case. Is this real leather? I always thought so, but now I'm not so sure. The older I get, the more of a skeptic I become. On most leather cases I've seen, there is stitching around the edges. I don't see any of that here, so I guess I don't know. Well, what I don't know could fill the universe. And it has. And now, the reason for us gathering together like this. The one, the only, Toshiba 60P309. Well, only is not strictly true, and I'll show you what I mean after later. Yes, I said after later. That's what my son said when he was 2, and now we all say it. What a beauty this radio is. Let's look her over all around. And having a look inside, we see typical Toshiba quality right down to their habit of wrapping the leads of components in extra, colorful vinyl insulation. Look at the way everything is packed in there. It looks all planned, you know. Of course it's planned, but I mean it looks like it was not only planned to work, it was planned to look good doing it, even under the hood, if you'll pardon the expression. Really nice. And here's that owner's manual. Got your schematic diagram right there. I'm not sure why they put that there, mapping out the circuit and all the parts, while at the same time cautioning you not to touch anything. But there it is. And over here on the inside of this little 4-page folder, it claims that the 60P309 is a world's smallest radio. Not the world's smallest radio, just a world's smallest radio. Toshiba was funny that way, about claiming to be the world's smallest. In 1994, when they were talking up their product line in this full-page magazine ad, they showed this radio and claimed it to be, quote, the world's smallest in 1959. That radio, to us collectors, is obviously nowhere near the smallest in 1959, nor is it even from 1959. I have it on good authority that it is a 6TR127 from 1957. I wish the good authority I have it on was my own collection, but sadly, it is not. This is an extremely rare radio. Why Toshiba chose it in 1994 to brag about it being small and getting the date wrong just shows how clueless corporations are about their own pasts. I've noted elsewhere a glaring short-sightedness on the part of companies who often seem to focus almost exclusively on next quarter's financial results and everything else be damned. Don't get me started. Anyway, back to our owner's manual. Here it states that the case is indeed leather, but you know, after that business about the world's smallest radio, I'm afraid I'm going to have to remain a skeptic. Now, if this is the one, the only Toshiba 60P309, then what's this? It's the 60P309A. Same model number, but what does the A stand for? I have no idea. I've heard it was the first letter of the alphabet, but other than that, I've got nothing. Why so similar a number and so different a radio? I don't know. Do I need to remind you again how much I don't know? It should be obvious by now. Nevertheless, I do know some stuff, and I hope you had fun hearing it. One more treat here is the outer box for this radio. Not too many of these survived. When you find that stash of these radios sitting on a dusty back shelf in an old warehouse, this is how they'll look. the Toshiba 60P 309.